Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to continue reviewing Britney Spears' entire catalog with her 8th album, Britney Jean. Now, Britney describes this album as a concept album and one of her most personal to date. Well, this was the first album since the Blackout era where she returned to songwriting. In fact, this is probably the first album where she got songwriting credits on all the tracks. Another thing that was apparent was that will.i.am served as the primary producer, producing over half the songs in the project. Also, it should be mentioned that this was the first album where Britney is now no longer on Jive, as Jive got absorbed into RCA. Now, compared to her other albums, this didn't chart well, nor did it sold well. I wonder why. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Let me start off by saying, thank God that the standard version is only 10 tracks long. The album opener, and like the last album, this is not the lead-off single. Hell, this wasn't even a single after all. But I get what it's trying to do. The term alien in Britney Spears' eyes is that sometimes she gets lost in the world, and eventually it highlights Britney's loneliness, which is once again killing her. I do feel like this song is underwritten in ways, and in the end, the song just ends up repetitive. Not a bad way to start the album. I get what Britney's trying to do, but it could have been better. And this is where the will.i.am phase of the album begins. And I get why this was the lead-off single. And this shouldn't have been, as this song is not good to me. I feel like I'm going to say this a lot, but the song is a victim of will.i.am's terrible production. And as for the content, what's there? It's another song that's made for the clubs. And Britney already had songs for the club that is way better than this. All in all, it's a dance club song, and it's not a good one. Ugh. Instead of the song being called Perfume, it should be called Insecure from a content standpoint, because Britney is sensing infidelity and she's becoming jealous. Wait a minute, listening to this song, this doesn't sound like Britney at all. Now, I've heard that alongside with this song and others, that one of her background singers might have been actually singing it, and I've heard other theories that Sia was the one singing it. Well, she at least wrote it. I can't point my finger on it, but something just feels off about it. Even if will.i.am doesn't mess up the production this time, behind the scenes drama is going to keep me from returning to this. And oh yeah, Britney's own Perfume isn't up to par either. What do you know, will.i.am is actually a featured guest, and here he decides that Britney Spears should use autotune and be messy with it. Let me ask will.i.am this question. Why do you want to do this to Britney? It doesn't help that the production is also a train wreck, even if the bass in the opening had some promise. But this song, it might be one of Britney's worst. Pass. At least will.i.am is nowhere near this song, and this one is serving as one of those over-sexualized Britney in her catalog. Then T.I. shows up, and he ruins the entire song. And I have heard the term brown bag money verse, which is described as when a pop artist asks rappers to appear in their songs, the rappers end up giving a lackadaisical effort, thus they're just here for the money. If you remove T.I. from this song, maybe some quality could be savage, but all in all, this is mediocre at best. Welcome back, will.i.am. But I will say this, Britney does sound like she's trying here. I wish there was more to the song other than being another song for the clubs. But once again, will.i.am ruins the song with this terrible production. And with this minimalistic content and bad production, this is another song that's not moving the needle. This song actually started off okay, with this being a suspected heartbreak song and Appreciate Your Partner Till It's Gone, but you would not believe what ruined the song for me. Once again, will.i.am. I could tell this is another song where Britney is giving effort, but will.i.am is giving this production pain, and this was another uneasy listen, but it could have been better without will.i.am's terrible production. At least will.i.am's not producing this one. Diplo is, and we also get songwriting credits from Katy Perry. And while listening to this song, you could tell that this should have been a Katy Perry single. Britney does give a solid effort. I don't know, but the production doesn't quite get there for me either. I will say this for the first time, I was trying to like this one. I can't even call it bad, but for some reason, I can't call it good either. Seeing the collaborator, there was a sense of dread, and with will.i.am back on production, I feared the worst. And to their credit, this was getting somewhere. will.i.am's production isn't bad, and Britney and Jaime do have good chemistry. I hate to say it, Jaime actually sounds better than Britney here. Please do not come for me. I will say the chorus doesn't fit the song, and that might be dragging it back for me a little bit. But as is, a lot of Britney stans won't support this for obvious reasons, but compared to the other songs on the album, I'll take what I could get. Don't Cry, the album closer, is probably the best sounding song on the album. Britney delivers a really good non-auto-tune production, and as for the content, it's more of a breakup song, but she tells her partner not to cry as they could remain friends. will.i.am almost tried to ruin the song with this terrible production, but luckily Britney can shun that out, and all in all, it's probably the best song on the album. Take what you could get with this one too. And that concludes this album review. Man, this was not good. A lot of the songs were repetitive, underwritten, or worse, ruined by will.i.am's terrible production. And with that, the score will be a 4 out of 10. One of the lowest scores I've given into an album in some time. But do not direct your blame at Britney. Blame will.i.am and his terrible production on most of these. Now I just hope Glory is better than this. And that concludes the Britney Jean review. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are some of your favorite songs from this album? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.